Is Florida where medical freedom goes to die? The Florida governor has completed what some people are calling his Slate of Hate, with the signing of a slew of laws that will cause significant stress and minimize the LGBTQ plus community. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Dr. David. So this is a sad day here in the state of Florida, and really for anyone who cares about anything about humanity. We knew that this day would come because the Florida legislators passed the bills in both houses, and these were bills that were being pushed forward by the governor. And so today was the day that he signed all of these bills, and most of them will be going into play on July the 1st. Okay. Now, why am I speaking up about this? I'm speaking up because I'm a pediatrician, because this impacts some of my patients. For that matter, it impacts some of my family members too. These laws are going to hurt children. These laws are going to cause more anxiety, more depression, more suicidal thoughts, and worse. Is this to score a political point? Because I don't know, but, I was taught, actually the oath that I took the day that I graduated medical school, above all, do no harm. Now, I realize that our governor is not a medical doctor. And of course, that means that he is not really qualified to be making medical decisions about any of this. But you know what? He apparently doesn't have to take that same oath for the state of Florida. Above all, do no harm. Think about that. Okay, now, the other reason why this is marginalizing members of the LGBTQ plus community, and we should not be marginalizing, putting them in the corner, making them seem as if they don't exist, that they don't deserve to be here, driving them out of the state of Florida, where they want to seek refuge somewhere else. Is that what we're about? I'd say we could do better than this, but maybe this is who we are. Again, it's very sad. Okay. Now, I want to also talk as I go through these laws, now that they've been signed, not just what the laws are, but why I feel this is hurting the people, hurting our children, hurting our citizens, hurting people who vote. Now, the first thing that really kind of hit closest as a pediatrician was the banning of gender-affirming care for people who are transgender. Okay? No puberty blockers, and this is specifically for youth, no puberty blockers. Treatments that are given just to stop puberty early on in order so that other decisions can be made later on without creating a situation where puberty has already gone forward and may not be reversible. No affirming gender hormones. So a person who feels that they are not have been assigned a gender that they don't associate with, for a male, for a transgender male, somebody who in their body that they know that they're a male, no testosterone. For females, no estrogen. And of course, that's to help the secondary characteristics, the physical characteristics to develop, which typically more even happen during the second part of adolescence into puberty, in order to let the people to feel whole, to let them be who they want to be. Now, one of the questions I do ask as we go through all of these also, ask yourself this. Are these bills helping me? How are they helping you? How is this helping your family? What is this doing for you? How are you being more protected? We're protecting the children. We're protecting society. How are you and your family being protected by any of this? Hey, if you have an answer for that, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Okay, now, and also in terms of transgender, in terms of transitioning, while procedures such as surgeries, which is also one of the things that was banned and is not done on children. It's done on adults. But now adults will have to go through more administrative hoops in order to get their medical treatments done, when that doesn't happen with other medical treatments, of which informed consent is provided by the individual, signed by the healthcare provider, where they have discussed together what is in the best interest for that individual. Okay, now, next thing. People can only use bathrooms that associate with the gender, the sex that they were born to. Okay? What will happen when somebody who has the outward appearance, the dress of a female, goes into a men's bathroom? For that matter, when somebody who has the outward appearance of a male goes into a women's bathroom, I'm sure that will cause no uncomfortableness for anybody in that bathroom, right? I'm sure nothing will go wrong. I'm sure there'll be no violence. There'll be nothing. Everything will be just rainbow and sunflowers. All because someone's got to take a pee. They got to poop. They got to do their nature. And they want to go where they're feel comfortable and who they feel that they are. Again, how is this helping you? How is this helping the citizenry of Florida? Now, into the school system. There will be no instruction about sexual orientation or gender identity now through high school. That was something that actually the Department of Education passed last month. But that's part of the rules now. This may be the only way that some students learn about their fellow students, about their fellow citizens. They may not learn about this anywhere else. But you know what? This is the society that they are in, that they're growing up in, the workplaces that they are going to go to. This is reality. Students need to learn about reality. They need to know what's happening in the world. You can't just ignore it away. It's real. It happens. Now, teachers are supposed to be teaching the benefits of monogamous heterosexual marriage in their reproductive health courses. That's what the wording actually says. So apparently gay relationships are wrong. That's the take-home message. If you're supposed to only teach that monogamous heterosexual marriage is the way to go. Okay? And now for a cherry on top of all of this. And this is something that doesn't even impact just the LGBTQ plus community. This is part of the Protect the Children. High schoolers will be taught to abstain from sexual activity outside of marriage because we know that abstinence therapy works so well. In fact, the only thing that happens in counties and school districts where that is what's taught is increased teen pregnancy. Why would they not be spending their time instead learning about safe sex, about sexually transmitted diseases, about birth control so that they don't get pregnant? But also about consent, about respect for the individual, about controlling relationships and how to identify that you're in a controlling relationship, how to learn not to be a controller. All of those are important things. But to teach that abstinence is the way to go. Yeah. Do you know any teenagers? Were you a teenager once yourself? What kind of things did you all do when you were in high school? You know, I'm removed from high school by 35 years. I know what was going on then. As a pediatrician, I know what's going on now. You all need to learn if you don't know that. Have a good day.